Hey folks, welcome back to Mad Max. So, I've been laying the groundwork for this episode for a little bit before starting the recording. I want to cover real quick what I've done. So let's hop into the map so that I can show you. We're over here at the edge of a new area. I've gone up in that balloon and I've marked a number of things on the map. If we look to the south here, I've taken out all of the scarecrows that we knew about down here. I took out a number of the camps up here, and I marked just about everything else that we didn't have marked over here. I also opened up this area up here, spotted the balloon for the next area, so we can head northwest to the mission objective. Other thing that I noticed is very important. We forgot to put on our new grill that we got at the end of last episode. At least I think we got at the end of last episode. We also have a number of other things that we apparently picked up for our car at some point, including an engine upgrade. So let's go ahead and buy that. And that opens up another one. I'm gonna go ahead and buy that immediately. Actually, other options. Get some exhaust, that's 300 scrap. Yeah, I remember going through all these and just marveling at the costs. It's been a little bit since the last recording session. But I got us some more scrap. A little bit more so we can afford all of the stuff that we'd like to grab. I'd like to get some new tires because our current tires are pretty crappy. We can get some new suspension maybe. Upgrade our nitrous. Grinding stuff on our rims. Let's see. I'm just going back through and trying to figure out what we even have. Honestly, I'd like to have acceleration. I'd like to have the acceleration, so I'm going to go ahead and get that engine upgrade. Need for the next one. Level 4 gut gash, okay. Go right down to level 2 gut gash. Cool. Alright, so that's the upgrades for our car. But if we take a look over here, we've got upgrades from Max, none of which I can afford at the moment. But while I was clearing out camps, I actually unlocked the next tier of legend stuff. So we're now a feral fiend. We've got 14 tokens to exchange with Griffa, which we're probably not going to do right away. But I just wanted to show you that yes, we got to the next tier while I was off clearing out camps, because I accomplished a couple of challenges related to Fury mode. So, we've upgraded our car a little bit. We got a new front end. I say we should head over the next Vantage Outpost and start making our way toward the next story mission at Dead Baron's Pass. Actually, you know what? Let's head there directly rather than stopping at the outpost. I'm most likely going to do the Vantage Outposts and the Scarecrows and a bunch of stuff off screen. This is another convoy route. We can hit that at some point. But I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff off screen during this LP, most likely. Just to keep the amount of busy work down, because there is quite a bit of it in this game if you want to get upgrades. Unfortunately, we did alert that camp, but it's not really going to matter, because we're just going to blitz past it. Do want to fuck up this scarecrow on our way if we can. Oh, that one's too strong for us. Can we ram it? We may not be able to take this scarecrow out yet. That is a strong scarecrow. Let's see if we can ram it down. Yeah, we can. There we go. So, scarecrows have different strengths.
Keep an eye out. No surprises.
And that was one of the top tier ones. Our harpoon isn't good enough to yank that down yet. But the front end of our car is good enough to yank it down. Oh, hello. These guys want to play, huh? That is a kaboom bug that just exploded there. It's a fucking kamikaze car. And the other one is gonna drive off. So you may have noticed that alert at the top of the screen. We unlocked a death run. I'll show you guys what those are in a minute. Maybe not this episode, possibly next time, I'm not sure. But this is the jaw.
Long shots up ahead.
I see them. I could take him out with a sniper rifle.
The what?
The long shot.
No. I have a few rounds. Make them count.
So we got some snipers to deal with. We've got to take them out with our own rifle. Thankfully, we are a better shot than they are.
Scratch one.
You're a wizard. The long shot is your wand.
Shh. I have to concentrate.
Yes, of course, your wizardship. My seals are sealed.
Any more? Oh, I think that's it. So, Max was actually a police officer before all of this. So, it stands to reason that he'd have some training with rifles. Probably not that high-powered, but hey, who knows what he did in his free time. Actually, he was Australian, so probably not.
Keep your head down. I'm gonna take a look.
Yes. But please, hurry back.
Refuel the car real quick.
Terrain. Risky.
So, if you can't tell by the fact that this entire area around here is a giant pier, this whole place that we're on was once an ocean. This was all water. And then the apocalypse occurred. It's not water anymore. Water and fuel are the two most precious things in this this universe. Funny how that works. So this is essentially just another big camp, like we've dealt with before.
Someone's here.
Bucklers are a new type of warboy. They're guys with shields. And you gotta hit them from behind to damage them. Just like that. You can actually damage their shields with heavy attacks. Game doesn't say that, but hey, I know about it. And if you're in Fury mode, well, you can break their shields outright. Pick up his weapon. Go to town with it till it breaks. I believe that's the first time we've used a weapon. Weapons in Fury mode are pretty highly damaging. I don't know if they break quicker, they might. I'm not sure, but well, they mess people up. Quite a bit of scrap here, so we're gonna see if we can find a good chunk of it, because God knows we need it for upgrades. This place is even more of a maze than the last couple camps we've been in. Very tight, very close quarters, and I'd kill for an actual useful shotgun. So, this is a bit of an interesting history relic, and the devs made sure to place this somewhere where we'd be sure to find it. I'll read it for you. Zelda, this is your granddad Hank. Sad you never got to meet him. He had some fun stories to tell. I don't know half of what Dad got up to in the 60s, but I know it was very hush-hush. He was working for the government up until 5 years ago when he disappeared on a job in one of those Arabic countries. So sad. These wars are killing us all. And on the front,
famine, disease, murder, killed us all.
is of course a man dressed in a classic CIA Hawaiian shirt with a Huey. So I'm sure you guys can read into that. Got some water here, so let's top off our health. I actually don't remember the path you're meant to take through this place. Like I said, it's a bit maze-like, so forgive me if I get lost a couple of times. I know I've talked about it during the Fallout LP. I don't know if I've talked about it here, but my sense of direction isn't and never has been the best. I get lost, get turned around very easy. And especially in a situation like this where I'm trying to check out every little corner, very easy for me to loop around and end up in the same place over and over again. But seems like we found the path up. Of course, those snipers we killed dropped some sniper ammo. If we head down these stairs, I'm willing to bet money there's scrap at the bottom. And I was right. Imagine that. So that actually gives us enough scrap for an upgrade that I'd like. We unlocked the first of the jackets. And this jacket's actually Max's classic, I think his classic Road Warrior jacket. We're starting to actually look like Mad Max here. Yeah, it's the patrol leather. We're gonna throw that on and that'll give us some extra armor. Well, it's looking pretty cool. It's funny how that's only upgrade 2 out of 5 for his jacket. You can really beef Max up with some serious armor. And that down there, that's the jaw.
That must be it. We're not ready to take that on. Not without some preparation.
It's fortified to hell and back, such as it is in this world, and car's gonna need a little work before we can get past that.
Car needs more power and grip. It needs side armor and a grill to shield the nose. The hunchback can make it happen if I bring him the parts.
So you heard, Max. We need to armor our car up a bit, and frankly I agree with him. But what I don't agree with is that's not all we're gonna need to get past something like that. We're gonna need a way to blow that gate open. If I can find my way out of here, maybe we can figure that out. Actually not sure how we're meant to get out here. Like I said, I get turned around real easy. Will this kill us if we jump down here? Oh, perfectly fine. Beautiful.
Your plans for this car, building it up. You gotta do it before we can get past the jaw.
These black fingers are ready to dance, Saint. Oh, yeah, and I know just the steps too. It's called the Jack, a wasteland classic. Pull it off, and our chances of survival grow tenfold.
In the harpoon?
Soon. But she needs the basics first, huh? The car's weak.
Agreed.
Let's return to Jeets first, huh? And I'll show you the plans.
So, this is a portion of the game that I actually disagree with on a fundamental level. We've spent all this time up until this point building up our car. We've made it into something that is pretty unique to us. It's our vehicle. However, the devs have a mechanic that they want to push, and
There's the old headlight of thirst.
well, I'll show you what I mean in just a minute. Let's see, is Griff on the way back? He's out of the way. We'll have to go visit him later.
Fuel tank!
Quite a bit of spending I'd like to do with him. Get fucked. Now that we've got
Driving away.
a better engine, we do much better in sand and deep mud. The better tires help with that too.
Stay put.
Unfortunately, we're still desperately low on scrap. And unlike most games, this one doesn't really hold your hand in that regard. I'm gonna have to figure out some kind of solution to solve that particular problem. Not entirely sure how I intend to do that yet either. Because what I've been doing is all well and good, scrounging off of kills, clearing out camps, but there has to be a better way. While we're here, we don't have the cars for it. Shit. Actually, no, they give you one. While we're here, let's do a death race. I don't know which kind is this. This is just a straight race. Okay. Running this should give us a good chunk of scrap.
Lo, here comes a wanderer. I, Crow Dazzle, welcome you to the Circle of Light, to the Circle of the Brave, the Skilled and the Quick. You've come very far, and with a great hunger. But are you one who seeks to win a name for himself? Or who wishes to bind to the heart of his machine? Or are you both?
What are you saying?
Racing, son, is a many splendid thing. There are some who come to Crow Dazzle for the glory, to beat the baddest the wasteland can muster, and have their names ring out in fireside tales of bravery for ages to come. Others are on the path of the spirit. They seek the death run to bind their beings to their machines. What's your wish here?
That is Crow Dazzle. Crow Dazzle handles the death runs. He is the officiator of the races. And honestly, I quite like Crow Dazzle as a character. He's pretty cool. So we got two options here. One is kind of an online dealie where we race our version of the Magnum Opus against our friends, but the one that we want is the Barrel Bash. The way this works is they're going to give us a car. There's going to be a number of checkpoints. We have to blow up a barrel at every checkpoint before the bomb strapped to the car we're driving explodes. As it is, we only have one option, and that's the Speedster. But there is a bit of a trick to these races, and I'll show you what it is.
Look, red tank.
This is Mad Max, folks. Why have competition when you could just blow them up? There's our first checkpoint. We got a minute 44. Of course, it costs shotgun shells, but hell, I'm willing to spend them to guarantee a win. The fun thing about these races is the rest of the AI in the world doesn't go away. So snipers, other cars, all manner of real nasty things, cannon will pop up. Fuck. He just fucking blew my tire. Son of a bitch, we may not make this. Let's take this guy out of the race. God damn it. This is gonna take some real creative driving on my part. Fucking, that's 2 tires out. Yeah, we're fucked. I physically cannot go straight. Yeah, we're fucked. Can I restart this? Is that possible? Nope. Oh well. We'll have to try that again another time. That was just bad luck. I want to take out the snipers and shit before I do that, because quite obviously having those fuckers up is going to lead to a loss every single time. Both rear tires out. Damn.
Bomby boom fields abound here.
That is just bad, bad luck. I did my best too, but hell, you thought this car was squirrely. But that fucking thing with no rear tires, there was no straight line. It was gonna go where it wanted, and where it wanted to go was in circles. So, let's head up to Jeets, because thankfully the end of that race put us right next to it. We'll see what the hell Chum has planned for our car. And I can protest vehemently.
Hey! You catch a glimmer of the jaw? You think you still want to go up against that?
Here it is, Saint. My plans for the Jack. Oh, she'll be perfect. Speed, power, tenacious durability. Take a look-see. Take a look-see.
Right. So, there's a system in the game called the Archangels. The Archangels are special configurations for the Magnum Opus. There are a number of very specific upgrades. And unfortunately, the Jack is actually far worse than the current version of the car that we've got. However, we're pretty much required to use it to progress. Also requires a number of extra scrap, an entire separate car body that we don't have. Yeah, it's gonna be a bit of time before we can put this fucker together. It's incredibly annoying, in my opinion, that you have to do this. Alright, G, what do you want?
I wish I had no use for the likes of you, but as you can see, we are fading quick here.
What are you getting at?
Help us establish some necessities, and you'll benefit greatly. I'll see to it personally.
I'll take a look. But no promises.
Fine, driver. Look around. The essential utilities we are lacking are plain to see.
This is the official introduction to the project's system. But
I heard whispers down the way about some dune drifter fitting your looks. Supposed to be special.
alright.
Them big gums say this.
What's up, chum?
Recall our companion, Saint? The Dinky D? Do you think he made it out of the inferno that was once my tabernacle?
Nah. Burnt to a crisp. Or food for somebody.
No, I think he made it out, yeah? He's got a survival instinct, that little one, huh? yeah, I think he would have sought shelter inside my old buggy.
The buggy and the dog would have their uses.
So, Chum thinks our dog is alive. Let's go find out if he's right. Because Max is correct. Both the buggy and the dog would be extremely useful to us right now. Gonna spam us with tutorial messages. And what it's gonna do is point us to the location of the car body. Forgot it was gonna do this actually. You know what? Let's go get the car body. We can worry about the dog next episode.
Raid camps of the Scrotus hordes should be destroyed. War party bidding us welcome.
In between this episode and the next one, I am going to stockpile the living fuck out of scrap. I am essentially going to leave the game running for a considerable length of time, probably clear out a few more camps, and just stockpile as much scrap as I possibly can. I'm shooting for a few thousand, probably 50 or 60k if possible, because that... Whoops. Killed an NPC there I shouldn't have killed. I say him, Chum Bucket. We don't have a good enough harpoon for that. We ran that down. As I was saying before the accidental murder, I'd like to get a few thousand scrap going if possible. Enough to last us for a good chunk, if not the rest of the game. And I can essentially do that by just leaving things running. Oh, I didn't realize that was a boom buggy. That's unfortunate. The other one's running. Come fix the car before we burn to death, please. The way I see it, if I do that, we can just go ahead and purchase whatever upgrades we earn as we earn them. And it's going to be a far nicer way of playing the game than trying to scrounge for rewards in between each one. Come on, pick up the pace there, Hunchback. We got places to be. God, I can't believe they make you wait as long as they do for upgraded tools. It really does take quite a while for you to be able to get a hold of those. Like, I don't get that, really. Like, make them expensive, sure. But don't force the players to wait through most of the game to get them. There we go. Unless Scarecrow... Trying to get the scrap, not the fuel can. There we go. Right. I think we'll grab that car body and we'll call it an episode. But boy, those new engines, those certainly crank up the acceleration on this thing, and we're still only at V6. They look good, too.
Looky, oh, looky. Is that a shell for my sweet?
Yes, it is, unfortunately. Got no choice but to deal with it.
Best way to go.
And it wasn't even one of the other car bodies that I was considering, either. So, here we go. Car body. This is the one we need for the jack. The shovel face. Was one of the 5 that we could have picked early on. Not one that I particularly like the look of. Yes, I understand what scrap is, game. I've been playing the game for more than 10 minutes. I don't know why it's sending me all the tutorial messages now. Rat crew part, huh? Might as well see if we can track that down before we leave. It's right up here. Boom. And that's this camp done with. Right, like I said, in the meantime, I am going to stockpile a good chunk of scrap, as much as I possibly can.
We're low on scrap. We can't build no jack without no scrap.
That's my point, Chum. Like Chum just said, we need scrap to build the jack. So I will sort that out by just going to Jeet's stronghold and sitting there for like 12 hours and letting the scrap accumulate. I will catch you guys later on. Have a good one. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video, buy a fucking billboard, set off fireworks, whatever. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll catch you next time. Bye.